you're saying my daughter's hair is going to be stink and licey versus a next person who has natural hair, you understand? If you're going to believe, sit here and believe that my child here is more at risk of getting lice, really? Don't tell me from experience. Do not tell me from experience.
You are talking. You got principal of 18 years of the school.
Right now,
Welcome to SouFLoTV again, everybody. It's your host with the most. Listen, I'm going to try to speak as clearly as possible because I want the world to understand when they come across. See, we know the power of the internet, and I want the world to realize something about my beautiful island called Jamaica, okay? Jamaican people are not free. We're not an independent country. We wave a flag. We're proud of the flag colors. We're very patriotic people. Don't ever say anything bad about Jamaica in front of a Jamaican because it's going to be drama. You understand? But at the same time, we are conscious of the fact that we are still under colonial rule. That's not a question. It is a fact. Jamaica is still a slave yard. No question. Now, I got a piece of paper here because I did a whole pen and paper thing just to guide me so I don't miss any points in this. Now, you see this whole thing about this little 5-year-old girl. Well, she was 5 at the time. This whole thing about the little 5-year-old girl being kicked out of school because she has dreadlocks. Her mom has dreadlocks. Her dad has dreadlocks. And she has dreadlocks. Dreadlocks, our natural state of being. Dreadlocks, our hair. For those of you who've been on my channel for a while, you know that before this whole pandemic thing, I always kept like a low cut or may keep some on the top, clean the sides. But look at my hair in that short space of time. You understand? And this is only because we've been under lockdown and I've been quarantined, and this is what my hair did on its own. Dreadlocks. It's natural. It is ours. It comes out of us naturally. A Supreme Court has decided in Jamaica that schools have the right. This will open a floodgate, but I don't think a lot of people are understanding. A Supreme Court has ordered that it is okay for schools, whichever school chooses to be a part of this, to discriminate against people or children with dreadlocks. So they can straight up outright say, you got dreadlocks, you can't be a student at the school. This is 2020 we're talking about. And I saw a comment where a Jamaican person said, I want this. Me feel like we are turning in America. No, you not. No, you not. We all know that Jamaica follows America to a large extent. All right, everybody, before we go any further with this program, I would like for you to go over to Chairs and Benches TV on YouTube and subscribe. Not only that, I want to see SouFLoTV sent me over there. Show a little love. Show a little support. I've never steered you wrong, and this is the type of channel right here that you can actually watch without worrying about content being too derogatory. You can't watch it in front of grandma. You can't watch it with your sister them or with your girls, especially the ladies. Go support. Click over, link up with Chairs and Benches TV, hit that subscribe button, and engage with their videos. They have some very educational videos, especially on immigration in Canada, right? Link up over there on Chairs and Benches TV, and I'll see you over there. Come here, go check to see if my supporter them over there. I said, SouFLoTV sent me, so I'm here. All right, one big family, one love. Now, back to our regular scheduled program. We do. Whatever they do, we follow. Right? Y'all need to follow this one too, because I live majority of my time throughout a year. I spend majority of that time in the United States of America, and I can tell you this. I have never ran into a school that said a black child could not wear dreadlocks in the school. Matter of fact, I am highly impressed to see young Rasta children from kindergarten right on up. And not only that, they don't tell you, oh, you have to twist it out and you have to make it look like a braid and you have to so-called make it look pretty and clean. How dare you? Who are you? I see the kids here. Matter of fact, there's one of my son's football team, free-form dreadlocks. Okay? His dad is an elder Ras. Free-form dreadlocks this little boy has. It's not twisted out. It doesn't look like what you want it to. Okay, we're going to give you the right to wear dreadlocks, but we want you to twist it out this way and make it look this way and that way. And that dumb-ass headmistress, stupid-ass woman who in the voice note said that dreadlocks is more susceptible to catching lice or collecting lice than regular hair is. Listen, I don't do this very often. Actually, you know what? I'm not even going to call her that name. I'm just going to try to keep it clean. But that is the perfect example right there of an educated dunce, an educated demon. You understand? And her mindset is under colonial rule. These are the people that are put in those positions to make sure that we are kept under the foot of the colonial master. They masquerade as governor generals. They masquerade as prime ministers. They masquerade as other politicians, local politicians. They masquerade as school principals and chancellors. They are the gatekeepers to certain parts of society where we must go through, majority of us, in order to achieve some level of success. And in order for us to do that, they have set rules and regulations and boundaries that requires us to deny our true self. You see how deep this is? To strip ourselves of our true identity. Let me tell you something. Let me go off my notes real quick. Heroes Weekend. Emancipation Park. Kanye West. Christian church thing. Now remember when I did the video, I said, I don't mind Kanye West coming to Jamaica and doing his thing because in truth and in fact, he is an accomplished musician with a huge platform and he employs Jamaicans, right? So I'm not boxing food out another Jamaican mouth by singing negative vibes to him. I was questioning the timing. You see, my idea of Heroes Weekend in Jamaica should be something in Emancipation Park, a celebration where we spread blanket on the ground and we bring out with food and you have vendors there and we all come out and we support each other as man, woman and children. And we encourage family and we encourage self-identity and we encourage cultural identity. And we sing praises to our heroes. This is Heroes Weekend. In Emancipation Park, just the name, the word emancipation alone, and a big rotted Christian concert them have in the park with Kanye West. Pan Heroes Weekend. Them kind of something there. You understand? That was a missed opportunity for us to gather the families together, man. The man, woman, and the children together. For us to go over some things as a people. Have some poets, some spoken word poets there. Have some of our entertainers who speak consciousness and sing consciousness to the people. Have them come out and talk to the people them about the importance of family and the importance of love and the importance of support and the importance of recognizing our heroes. Hail Marcus Mosiah Garvey. Hail Nani of the Maroon. High Court rules that a school has the right to ban dreadlocks. Them never say ban weave, you know. They didn't say ban wigs, you know. Them never say ban bleaching cream, you know. Them say ban your natural identity. They have a right to look at you and tell you, you can't come here because your hair is in its natural state. Now, a lot of people who are seeing this who are not from Jamaica or are not familiar with the Jamaican culture, you might think that dreadlocks is synonymous with Jamaica and Jamaicans. But I will have you know that Jamaicans that are Rastafarian or Jamaicans that are, first of all, not every Jamaican with dreadlocks is a Rastafarian. But Jamaicans with dreadlocks, period, across the board, have gotten a tremendous fight and continues to get a fight from the system. Why? Why would you want to fight someone who encourages an oppressed people to free their minds themselves? Why would you want to fight a group that encourages people to remain healthy, to practice meditation, to practice balance, mental balance, to practice good health and hygiene, as in the things they consume and put in their bodies? They're largely vegans or vegetarians. You understand? Why would you want to fight a set of people like this down? Ask the Jamaican government, because they've been doing it for a long time, and it seems like there's no end in sight to this fight. Rasta has done more for Jamaica and Jamaican culture than anybody else across the board. I'm going to take back that chat there. Let me say it again. Rasta has done more for Jamaica and Jamaican culture across the board than anybody else. That's not a guess. That's a fact. And yet still, the very identity is on the fire. You understand? That musky ass white wig. Let me show, I can't make this up, you know. You ever seen them in that musty ass white wig that they wear? Huh? Those are the colonizers, judges, and the barristers. These people, lawyers, members of parliament, they wear these friggin' wigs, right? Why don't they ban that damn wig? It is so ridiculous to see someone, especially of a darker complexion, with this friggin' white curly hair, or curled up hair like them put setas in it on top of their head. But these are the people that are in charge of justice on the island of Jamaica. Now, I kind of blame Jamaican people on a whole, because I've come to realize that the masses of Jamaican people are, majority of the masses of Jamaican people are largely ignorant to certain things. And for those who are in the know, they still prefer to practice the folly, the foolishness. For instance, I do a video. The video talk about mix-up stuff. Who kill who for man they with, who for woman, who this, who that. You know, all that garbage nonsense. 200,000 views in 1 week or less. Do a video like this, we'll be lucky if it hits 50,000 views. The people are more interested in, and I don't know if it's their way of trying to cope, just to surrender their powers and say, hey man, all right, listen, I saw the place run, we powerless, I saw them do it, we just have to go with the program. I kind of get like that's what the mentality is at this point. You know what I'm saying? The Coral Garden Massacre, Bustamante, and he is still on the list as national hero. Bustamante. Go look him up. I don't know if it's fake or folly, but I know somebody put it out there and I didn't do a video on it because I couldn't find anything to rebuttal that. Seeing? How him go off to sea when he was 14 or 15 years old, and the ship captain, when the dep on the ship, was a batman, and the ship captain took him into his cabin and, you know what I'm saying, made him his sea wife. And he left with a different name. Because Bustamante real name is not Bustamante. It was another name. And he come back with the name Bustamante because he married the man at sea. Now, his explanation for that is this man showed him so much and taught him so much, and he respected the man so much that he changed his name to the man's last name. Something kind of like adopt me please, or in honor of. Either way, it was Bustamante with the whole Coral Garden massacre. Rasta used to get them foot kicked. For those of y'all who don't understand what I'm saying, Rastas were abused, man, all across the board in Jamaican culture. I grew up with it. So much so, right? My sister grew her dreadlocks out, and she was overseas for many years and had not seen my grandmother in person. And when she finally went to Jamaica and she saw my grandmother threw herself on the ground and rolled around. And she screamed and cried. You thought she was screaming and crying because she missed her granddaughter and she hadn't seen her in so long? No. She was screaming and crying because my sister came back with dreadlocks. This is how much they have beat it into the brains of the elders, the people before us. It's nasty, it's dirty. So when I hear that principal saying that it is her 13 or 30 something years of being in this field, and she is a school principal, why she knows that dreadlocks is more susceptible to lice, she sounds just like my grandmother. Because that's what they were taught. They were also taught that light skin is better. The lighter the better. You understand? I've even heard Jamaican women tell their girl children, they didn't tell her, hey, go to school, level up, you know what I'm saying, and then find a man that can match your hustle, and y'all can build pyramids together. Pyramids, great buildings that they still can't figure out how the construction was constructed and how it lasts. So tell your daughter to be great, and then find a man who are gonna match our greatness. No, they tell their daughter stuff like this. Find a light-skinned man with pretty hair. And pretty hair, what they mean, and this is teachings that's been handed down. Find a white boy and have baby with him. Or an Indian boy and have baby with him. This is how much this has been beat into the brains of the masses of the people. Why do you think there was that, or still is that, bleaching of the skin friggin' explosion in Jamaica? It had nothing to do with no Vibes Cartel. People was bleaching before Vibes Cartel. Vibes Cartel just saw the loophole and exploited it. You understand? And made a whole lot of money exploiting it. But he was looking at stuff that was already there. They've been bleaching. They've been trying to get lighter and whiter, rub away their pigmentations with chemicals. And who can rotted blame them? When you're showing me day in, day out that you respect a lighter color complexion, you respect and treat better somebody who has a different grade of hair than mine's, based on just that alone, they get more respect and treated better than me. So why you think I wouldn't, after a while, aspire to have that kind of hair and that kind of lighter skin complexion? I'm trying to get some respect too. I'm trying to get some love too. I'm trying to get some opportunities to excel as well. You understand? Now, Chief Justice Brian Skies. But these are the people. Oh, and you see that emblem I don't know why we are still expecting equality and respect from a set of people who have taken oaths and have sworn to keep us under the feet of the colonial masters, to keep the colonial masters' foot on our necks, literally. And we're still looking to these leaders to side in our favor. And I say, woe be unto you friggin' leaders, man. You ones who have taken an oath to destroy, degrade, sell out your own people just so you can live in a mansion. Your day will come. Tourism image in Jamaica, people. Big multi-billion-dollar industry. Tourism. The basis of tourism in Jamaica, even when I travel to the up-teen countries that I've been to, if there is a Jamaican restaurant anywhere in that country, and I'm talking about, I've been to Germany and different parts of Germany, different parts of Europe, you understand? London, different parts of England, Sweden, Amsterdam. I've been to different parts of the world where Jamaican community was always there. Even when there was no Jamaican community there, you have some people there that would establish a Jamaican community. And their idea of Jamaica always comes with two things. Reggae music, which is Rasta music. Yeah? And the image of a Rasta man. Specifically, Bob Marley. Okay? So it's reggae music, which is the Rastaman music, and the Rastaman image, like Bob Marley. I see the Jamaica tourism industry went for Bob Marley's grandson and was dealing with Skip Marley in recent times, having to do with our tourism industry. So it's okay. It's okay when they can exploit the image. But they have no love and they have no respect for the culture. Hypocrites. Freaking hypocrites. You understand? That there's a brooch that the Governor General wears, which recently caused some uproar because of 2020, and we can zoom in now, and we did. And we saw that it was a white person with their foot on the neck of a black person on that brooch that was given to the Governor General when he was knighted in England by the Queen herself. Well, guess what? Your Prime Minister, Andrew Holness, wear the same Ross brooch. Okay? And here's the thing, too. They know what is on the brooch. They know what is on it. That's why I'm telling you that we have leaders who have taken oaths and have sworn to keep us under the heels of the boots of these colonial masters. They are still in charge of the plantation. The only difference is they've put a different face on it. So we run around talk about, why JLP, I might think that, show our power, PMP, me say, me good up Prime Minister. Look on me big Governor General, why? All the while they're wearing a brooch stuck to their clothes to remind them daily what they took an oath to do. Man, listen, it's so disheartening that in 2020, a predominantly black nation, let that sink in. In 2020, a predominantly black nation, meaning majority of the people in the island of Jamaica that consider themselves Jamaican, that were born there, raised there. Their grandparents were born and raised there. Great-grandparents were born and raised there. In that land, in 2020, you have a high court that gives the right to an educational institution to discriminate freely against black people being in their natural state, black children being in their natural state. The weave in our society and the wig. Because I've told you all this before, I've seen little girls with weave and wig, full lace front, but a little girl. And they're being taught from they're very young. You ever seen a black woman with, she's been taught from very young, like she identifies with this pack of hair so much. It is her. That's taught from their yay high. Because of idiot, demonic people like these. They are the ones. They are a part of the system that was put in place to constantly make black people feel inferior. To constantly make us feel like, well, we're not light enough in complexion. We have to be lighter. If it too black, nothing with too black no good. That's one thing I used to hear growing up too. Nothing with too black no good. Girl in blacky, me no want him. Or don't care none of them black ugly boy that come in here, you know. Make sure so you get one of them nice looking guys that, you know, brown skin, preferably lighter than you. I've heard these things growing up. And it is these people that perpetuate these things. They have sworn to uphold a system that perpetuates that. That is what they want. They want us to feel inferior all the time. They want our children to grow up feeling like maybe my natural hair is not good. And after a while, that child is going to start thinking, yo, you see if the parents not strong, you see if the parents not strong, that little girl that will grow up with a lot of insecurities and complex, you know. She will grow up actually thinking she's not light enough. She'll grow up thinking her hair is not good quality because now she have to go put in a weave or a wig and cover up that something, yeah. She need to get rid of her dreadlocks. When in truth and in fact, baby girl is beautiful. And I think it's because they have to look at her in her natural state and see how beautiful she is. And then them got to say to themselves, say, boy, I wish me could have wear the dreadlocks too, you know, but me can't do it because my superiors don't think that it's something that deserves respect. So I'm going to just throw this weave on or this wig on over it. Why should we? In a time in history where we need to be teaching our children to love themselves, to identify with their culture and their history. I'm not talking about his story, history. I'm talking about our greatness that we come from. Now is the time, if never before, right? And we have this. Unena sister Jamaica justice system set up a way. Unena sister is a bag of idiot them a run this. Eh? Don't y'all see that this is a big joke? This is one big joke. Ban the weave and the wig them if you want to do that. But you can't tell kids they can't come to school because they're not accepted in the school because they have dreadlocks. You friggin' clowns. We're not for it anymore. You understand? It's a new day. We are not for it anymore. I've seen that the couple actually put up a GoFundMe to cover legal fees and whatever because they've decided to fight for the rights. And these are some of the things that hold us back. You know what I'm saying? We're not able to afford court fees, legal fees, a representative in the form of a highly esteemed lawyer and all these things for to talk up our case in front of a judge. So they've put out a GoFundMe. Contribute if you can. I will find the information and leave the information in the comment section below. That one that get me heated. Leave your comments, people. Let's talk about this some more in a rotted 2020. You believe that? I'm out, man. Peace.